Hey gang, Sam Ward here, and today I want to talk about how worship fills us with confidence in Jesus and His power over fear. This is why we worship. To start out with, I want to tell you I'm a little late to the party. The Stranger Things finale already hit the internet at the end of the year, right? And I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. Instead, I'm watching the last season now, and as I watch, I keep thinking, be afraid, be very afraid, because I don't do a lot of the horror genre. So it's almost funny to me that we have this love-hate relationship with fear. It's like we love to be afraid of some things, like the Upside Down, or the bad guy, Vecna, or in Stranger Things, or jump cuts in scary movies, but we don't like to be afraid in real life. We don't like to be out of control. So what's going on with that, right? Is it okay to be afraid? What do we do with our fear? And then there's worship music. I'm a worship pastor, right? I'm sure you've listened to a lot of worship music and you've heard the language, faith over fear. I used to sing those songs and I thought, yes, I will no longer feel fear. Fear is gone. And I wondered about those people who still struggled with fear. They were my friends and family. They loved Jesus. Why did they seem to struggle? And then I experienced some real struggle. And as most of you know, I'm a cancer survivor. I've had some challenging things in my life. After all that stuff happened, there was about an 8-year span of a lot of hard stuff. Led to times of fear, and then of faith, and then of fear, and then I had my first panic attack. And I've only had a few over the years since then, but it created a tension in me, not just because of the worship music that says don't be afraid, but it's all through the scriptures, right? Anytime an angel shows up, don't be afraid. And then there's this story of Jesus. He's in the boat with his disciples. They're freaking out. They wake him up. He stands up, calms the storm, and says, don't be afraid. Why are you afraid? So why do we fear? I haven't figured it all out yet. But I am struck by Jesus' words in Matthew 10, verse 28, where he says, do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather, fear him who can destroy both soul and body. In other words, he's talking about God. Don't react in fear of the dark or of Vecna, the bad guys, or even the real things in the world that can hurt you. Why? Because they can't really touch your soul. Instead, he says, have a healthy fear of the God of power who can save your soul. So I think he's talking about reactions. I don't want to react in fear even when my life seems out of control. I might feel fear, but that's different than my reaction. So I don't know if this is helpful or not, but life with Jesus, for me, is sometimes one of stops and starts, of feeling fear, facing fear, times of faith, feeling fear, even after living with Jesus and seeing amazing things. The disciples struggled with fear in that boat. And maybe that's the connection to worship music. When we say, I am no longer a slave to fear, what we're saying is my reactions can change. I'm still going to feel it, but my reactions can change because of who God is. I don't want to fear. I want to have faith. Sometimes I will still feel afraid. So my prayer for me is, help me, Jesus. Help me to worship knowing that we can take one faithful step after another to gradually react less to fear and to live in a good fear of our God, Jesus, who loves us, the one who has all power and can save our soul. Why do we worship? Because worship fills me with confidence in Jesus and His power over fear. And so I can react differently. It's my prayer for me. It's my prayer for you too.